So today we are going to create our own Black Shadow Fiend by trying to clone this skin. Watch till the end for the best experience ever. So to begin, we need two applications. One is Source2 Viewer, which allows us to decompile Dota 2 assets, and the second one is VPKEdit. It allows us to create our own pack1 dir file in order to run the mod inside Dota 2. You can download them using the link in the description. Source2 Viewer is GUI based and command line CMD based. For now, we're gonna use GUI. As you can see here, I have already opened Dota 2 workshop tools and created my own folder. Alright, so now we are gonna open Source2 Viewer, and then we can head over to the Dota 2 pack1 dir file, or you can find it under Dota 2 beta directory here. You click here, then it opens the complete pack1 dir file. This complete file has the Dota 2 assets. So first we are going to need the ShadowFiend's material. Then we are going to go to items. Then we are going to go to ShadowFiend. Then we are going to decompile this folder by right clicking and clicking decompile and export. We click continue, and then we locate our folder of the Dota 2 workshop tools we created. We're going to navigate there, and then we're going to click select folder. Make sure to use the dev build for the Source2 Viewer, as the normal build does not decompile all assets easily. So now we have all our assets. As you can see, we have searched ShadowFiend, and we can see all of his assets, the material ones, the model ones, and the particle ones, the ones we have extracted and the ones we have not. For now, let's just stick to the materials. As you can see, alright, but the issue is we don't see ShadowFiend's materials upgraded correctly, nor we see the Arcana here by default. This is because we haven't updated his model yet to the Arcana version. So for that, we would have to go to the models directory, then to the heroes directory. This includes all the base models of heroes, their default models and sets. We're gonna find ShadowFiend here, and then we are gonna decompile this ShadowFiend Arcana.vmdlc. But we will not decompile this as it can get buggy. We are going to export it as is, the compiled version of it, and then save it under the game directory. Remember that the content directory has the decompiled versions and the game directory has the compiled versions. So as we know, this directory models heroes ShadowFiend. We're going to create the same directory here. And then we are going to place it here, but before placing, we will rename this from ShadowFiend Arcana to ShadowFiend only, so that it replaces the default ShadowFiend to the ShadowFiend Arcana version. We click save, then we go back to Dota, we refresh it, and here you see ShadowFiend has its Arcana base now instead of his default base. Now we are going to do the same for this head. We will rename it to ShadowFiend head. And if we just refresh it, you see he has his head and his body. We will use his desolation arms and the other shoulders, so we do not need to replace them with the Arcana version currently. Now we're going to replace his shoulders and his arms. We will head over to the items directory. First, you see his shoulder, his firm shoulder, and in game, its name is Eternal Harvest. We're going to export it individually. We go to Heroes, ShadowFiend, and rename it to ShadowFiend shoulder. It's exported. Now we're going to export his arms. We exported. We name it to ShadowFiend arms. We click save, and now we refresh the game. And now when we go to ShadowFiend, we see that his arms are changed, but there is a bug with his shoulders, which we can fix by simply seeing ShadowFiend shoulders. It is shoulders, not shoulder. Now we refresh it, and now you can see we have different shoulders, arms, head, and Arcana. We will edit the materials particles in the next video, so be sure to check out. Make sure to like and subscribe. Until then, take care, bye bye.